Okay, this video I'm gonna be giving tips about basketball for anyone who's just started or recently started. Okay, number one is dribbling. If you've just started basketball or want to start, you should know that dribbling is a huge part in basketball. When you practice dribbling, you want to try to keep your eyes up. So maybe you could have someone in front of you or something in front of you, and you want to try to stare at that instead of focusing on your ball. You also want to work on both hands. Even if your left is not as good as your right, or your right is not as good as your left, you want to train them to be as good as each other. You could also search up dribbling techniques or dribbling exercises to work on your handles. Okay, number two is shooting. Shooting is just as important as dribbling. Okay, some of you guys may have a bad form or you just don't have enough power yet to push the ball that far. Something that my coach taught me when I first started basketball is grab your dominant hand, which is my right hand. Something that my coach taught me when I first started basketball is grab your dominant hand, which for me is my right hand. You want to take your ring finger, put the tip of your ring finger onto the hole where you pump air into. Next, you want to take your non-dominant hand, which for me is my left hand, and you want to place it on the side. Now you shoot. When you shoot, you want to keep this hand straight. And then when you release, you want to keep your dominant hand, you want to have a flick. This hand guides it into there. This hand gives you a little more power. Number three is defense. Depending on which kind of defense you play, it may get difficult for you. It may get confusing. So I'm gonna help you. Number one is man-to-man. If you're playing man-to-man, you wanna pick someone on the opposing team and stick to them on defense. When you're on defense, you want the opposing player, the person you're defending in front of you. When you're on defense, you want to be between the person you're guarding and the hoop. Number two is zone. There are different types of zone, but if you're playing zone, you are not sticking to one person and guarding them the whole game. You're going to be moving around on defense, and you may be guarding different people, shifting from one player to a different player, depending on who has the ball. Okay guys, so those are the few tips that I had for today. I hope they help you and you achieve what you want to achieve in basketball.